Okay, Daddy, this is for you. I've got the Arduino set up and I got the program written. I'll just hit reset to start the program over. I've got it feeding back to here with the serial feedback. I've got it outputting the binary number. Okay, first let's let me do this. Here's my program, which I took the basic button program and modified it. I've got a bunch of REM statements down here that I'm not using. That was my original setup to get the button working before I modified it. But anyway, here's the main code. I set up some variables. I started the serial, the debug screen. I set the output pin to turn the LED on the board. Set the input pin, and then I do a serial out telling it to print start to the thing. And you know, you got to do that. I've got a couple of subroutines here, or functions, or whatever you want to call them. But the main part is down here where in the loop. So the first thing the loop does is jumps to button press and action, which is this one here. So when it comes here, I'm not sure what this line does. I know it sets that variable, it sets it to 0. I'm not sure what the unit 16T means, but anyway, here's the critical line right here. Let me highlight that. Button debounce variable equals that basically this part of the code is where it shifts all your bits over to the left one spot. Okay, this part of the code reads the button, whether it's pushed high or low, 1 or 0. And this little symbol right here ORs those two together. Okay, so basically, because you shifted this over, that frees up the first bit, and this, because it ORs it, this jams whatever it read from the button into the first bit. Okay, and then for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, it ORs that total with 00000000000. That's a hex number, E000. So it's basically the everything past the left hand 3 bits. So it would be, instead of 16, 16, 15, 14, 13, it'd be the right 13 bits of that variable. And again, I'm not sure why it ORs it with that. I'll have to dig into that one day. Okay, then I added this flag. This part here, it checks to see if my flag, my locking flag, is set or not. If it's not, then it prints the variable as a binary, and then it gives a carriage return line feed. Okay, then this here is where it checks to see if it is actually just this right here. It's where it checks to see if it's all zeros. Actually, if the right 12 bits are zeros. Oh, I think I see what it's doing. This up here is setting the first 3 bits to a 1, regardless of what the others are. And then this is checking everything past the first 4 bits. I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's basically checking to see if the last 12 bits are a 0, and to see if the unlock flag, or if the flag is unlocked. If both of those are true, then it locks the flag and it goes to press the button press action, which is this up here. Button press action, and then this would be the routine where you do whatever you wanted to do when you press the button. I just have it printing out button press, carriage return line feed. Okay, and the way this works, because it locked the flag, the next time it comes around, it's not going to do a comparison, it's not going to do anything, it's just going to skip all this code because flag equals 1 instead of 0. So it comes back to the loop, and of course the loop is checking the button again. Flag is still a 1, so it does the ORing stuff, but it still drops right back out because flag is a 1. But then after it comes back, it checks to see if the button pin is high. Now this thing is set up so when you make the button it goes low. Unmade is high. So if it is high, then it resets the lock flag and unlocks it so it can start checking again. If you look here in your output, I'll go ahead and make the button and we'll see how it reacts. I made it, and you see how it stops right there. It says button press, and all those zeros, that's all the shifting and checking, and once it gets 12 bits, 12 zeros shifted into it, then it says, okay, that's stable enough, I'm going to call that a button press. And then when I let go, it goes right back to checking again. Now, I have played with this before, trying to do some freaky stuff with it, and every now and then I can get it to catch a little bounce. But it don't want to cooperate now because I'm recording. There's one. Okay, if you notice from the last button press, it got some zeros. Actually, it took on a couple of ones and then it took on zeros again. So that was a quick one. That's all it's doing. It's just shifting everything over. There's one. It got a bunch of zeros, got shifted about halfway over, and then picked up a 1 again. And so then it had to start over and go all the way through and get 12 zeros before it called it a button press. And then you let go and it's right back. I think that's working pretty well. I had to relearn the Arduino from scratch, absolute scratch, because I just don't know what I'm doing here. But I'm picking up on it, and who knows, maybe we can do something with that instead of the Pi. It seems a lot faster. Of course, you know, the Pi is more flexible, but you know, it takes a lot more complexity to give you flexibility. So anyway, that's my video. I just wanted to show you that I got it, and if anybody else is watching this, just ignore me, because this is strictly between me and my dad, and maybe my brother if he's watching it. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to see if I can piece this together into something worth watching, and talk to you later.